Okay, looks like it was all me, which is really, really not great. And we've got Vico finally coming into pit, so I haven't missed too much. The order is more or less the same. I'm glad the session is still going. I'm going to give this one more chance, and I mean, I don't want to have 4 separate live streams, all just for one race. It's only a, it's only a matter of months, probably less after this, that I change my internet provider, because my connection is disgraceful. Virgin Media it is. But we're back for the 3rd time. Hopefully we stay live, otherwise, that's going to be a problem. Anyway, we're back to the race then, so let's just check who's pitted before we do anything else. Okay, so Vico finds himself out of the running. What's happened here? How is he so far down? Okay, obviously, so not pitting under the safety car has cost him a lot of positions, and I'm just sort of gathering myself again after missing out on those last 4 or 5 laps. So that's very unfortunate for him, but Vlad leads the race once again. Then, as we said earlier, net P1, provisional, net P1 is now on track P1. And Jonesy in the McLaren, good to see, is up into P2. Big Puggy, 20 laps on those hard tyres. He's going to have to come in soon. And again, he's going to drop all the way down probably to 9th or 10th, if not further. He might only come out just behind Vico, actually, so he'll be P11. And even with a late safety car, it's not going to help them, I don't think. So, disastrous strategy for Vico and Big Puggy. They probably should have come in under the safety car, but that's what happens when you start on the hards. You're never quite sure if you can make it all the way on the mediums, and there's no guarantee that there's going to be another safety car. But as we say, the 10 drivers above them have no obligation to pit again. If they can get 12 more laps, finishing the race on 23 lap old hard tyres, then the order will stay relatively similar. Closest gap then is Vico on those fresh tyres, looking to get past the Ferrari. He was right up behind him there. It's a good time to pick him up. He's going to take the wide angle, compromise the exit there. Frax, he's going to be right up behind him. Easy move come the end of the straight, I'm sure. DRS active, ERS active, past him before the finish line. And Vico up to P9. Puggy's come into pit. He's strapping on those medium tyres, which will take him to the end of the race. The Ferrari's not giving up yet, though. He's got the inside line going into turn 1. Not enough, though. Vico stays ahead, takes it wide, and gets his foot to the floor just a little bit sooner than the Ferrari. Obviously, on those fresh mediums, he's going to have more traction available to him. Huge gaps around the circuit here. I'm looking. Deck is the closest driver and has a lot more ERS to use, so that might be a move in the offing coming up soon, particularly as they head into the DRS zone between 9 and 10. A lot of curve there again by Deck. It's compromised his exit. He's not going to be as close as he was. He's still going to be within DRS. But oh no, he's not within DRS. He lost it there coming out of the last chicane. So very unfortunate for him. Zabajaka is in DRS behind him. And other than that, it's a huge gap between the majority of the cars. Not many drivers at all. Only one driver is going to have DRS as it stands. Stubby is obviously approaching Jones up behind. He's got the best chance at the minute. especially to take P2 in the race. That's right on board with these drivers, because that is a good, potentially a good battle coming up. I'll keep my eyes on Zabajaka, who is obviously, as I say, the only guy within a second. We'll pick him up as they come through down the second straight. Here he goes then, DRS open. Not going to be enough to make a move. The Red Bulls come in. Smithy has DNF'd. That's the 4th casualty of these 23 laps around the Spanish circuit. Hopefully no more. Obviously no safety car coming out, which is good. It's right on board then with Zabajaka as he heads down the back straight. He's got ERS to attack with. Deck has got it equal to defend with. He's going to close. He's going to get alongside. Let's see what happens then. Hards v Hards. Equal tyres. He's passed him before the braking zone into turn 1. He gets the move done nice and easily. Deck staying with him, the only action on track. We've got Vico on the mediums again, looking to take the next Ferrari. The French engine getting mixed in with the Italian engines. He's taken one Ferrari. Can he take the next? As we enter the DRS zone, he's not going to deploy his ERS. His Ryu's defending. Ryu's has got plenty of ERS to defend with, which I'm sure he will use down the back straight when the next DRS zone comes along, because Vico will still be as close as he is now. As they dive into the final set of chicanes, the right into the left. You want to open up the corner to get a good exit. Ryu's has taken it far too tight. He's all over the back. He's going to get the move done before the apex. He's through. DRS active. Obviously Ryu's has that ERS to use, which he isn't at the minute. He's just going to let him take the position. He could have held it. Obviously you'll be unaware that Vico has such little to use, but I guess those hard tyres aren't worth fighting. It's best to just maximise on the race pace. No good dropping time to superior tyres. Jones has been taken by Stubby through sector 1. Might have been a dive into turn 5, which is a very, very ballsy place to make a move, unless he got it done earlier. He's going to try and attack the pair of them without any ERS of any note, so it'll be difficult for them to make a move outside of the DRS zones. Let's watch them then as they head through the chicanes towards turn 16, the final corner of the circuit. A little bit ropey there by the McLaren, losing the rear end, but he's going to have DRS regardless. There's a yellow flag in sector 3. It's a Ferrari. He's off the track, but he's kept it going. No risk of safety car. It's right on board again then with Jones, who's not going to get the move done this time. We've got Deck, who doesn't have DRS. And Vico sets the fastest lap of the race once again on the medium tyres, a 1:20.2. Yellow flag again. It's the race lead. It's flat. He's lost it in turn 3. Very, very unfortunate for him. He was on for the hat-trick of race wins. He's dropped the ball. 15 lap old hard tyres, no different to anybody else. And he's going to get taken again. Zabajak has gone round the outside. Great move. Obviously not too difficult, but it's a great place to make the overtake. And another one. The Alpine has contact. He's lost so many positions there, Vlad. So unfortunate. So unfortunate for him. He's going to struggle to get the hat-trick now. And Stubby then leads the race as he did in the opening laps. Even his mistake has been repaid by others' mistakes. And the pace that he's shown on those hard tyres has got him back in the lead of the race. Jones still within DRS. Vlad will be a man on a mission now, trying to regain all those lost points. Will he push too hard though? That's what I've done before. Push too hard in frustration, and then it serves nothing other than lost time when you drop the ball for a second time. Huge gap, and there's an issue. I don't want to cut away. I think I'm going to have to now. It's the AlphaTauri, Big Puggy off the road, fresh mediums, couldn't keep it stuck. Lost it going through turns 12. And he's lost it again. He's lost it again. People need to drive with the tyre data open because they will be screaming. You need to take it so slowly. And again, oh dear me. I'll save him the embarrassment and I'll just ride on board with somebody else. Looks like Puggy's got it going again, which is good to see. Down the back straight as he boxed. He's come in. Let's see what he does here, Puggy. Bearing in mind, those are brand new. Oh, is he serving a drive-through? Or is he pitting? No, he's pitting. He didn't have a drive-through. What am I talking about? He's putting on soft tyres with 6 laps remaining. I mean, why not? I guess. I mean, he's lost himself a lot of time. If there's a safety car now, then brilliant. Tactical masterclass. But at the minute, no signs of a safety car. 3-second time penalty. Oh, that changes things. That really changes things. The exit of turn 16, Stubby has gone too far wide of the left curb. Picked up his 3rd track warnings limit, and now Jones is net P1 for as long as he stands with a 6-second gap. So it's not the worst thing in the world for Stubby. He's not going to lose the podium. He's going to hold on to P2. Granted, there are no more mistakes. But having said that, he's in danger of losing the race lead. And for as long as Jones stays within DRS, he's not going to be going anywhere. And obviously I'm trying to be non-biased, but it will be great to see a McLaren take a race win. Bodes well. Oh no! Big mistake! Big mistake by Jones. He takes the exit road. That's going to really help him. Oh my god, it's a gift. It's an absolute gift. He's still within the 3 seconds, but it's down to 4/10 now. It's going to be less come the straight. Commentator's curse. I'm so sorry. I'll take that. I will take responsibility. Just as I say, he's on for a win. He drops it. He chooses to take the exit road, which is a good thing to do. And he's now out of the window. He's teetering in and out of the window. He's going to have to use all of the remaining ERS to try and stay within it. They're both lacking. Vico now, Zabajakov trying to break the chain. He's not going to close in before the braking zone, but again, huge gaps as the Red Bull pits. No, he doesn't pit. What am I seeing in the pits? Is that just... I think that's just retired Smithy from before. Vlad has gone in to put on some soft tyres. Again, I don't think the safety car is going to come out with such few laps to go, but it will be interesting. Nonetheless, it seems like the strategy to stay out at the first safety car on the hard tyres was not the right decision at all. So Jones then remains just within a tenth. This is going to be very, very tight come the end of the race. Both of them lacking ERS. It's down to raw pace. They've got equal tyres. Let's take a look at the degradation. Give or take a few percent, it's equal degradation. So these cars are, these drivers are, well, they are within a tenth of each other now. Imagine driving within a tenth of each other. You'd be inside one another. So a very, very tense battle with just 4 laps of the Spanish Grand Prix remaining tonight. I'm glad my connection's holding out for the time being because I do not want to miss this ending. And obviously if you take a look at the track map, there's no other battles going on across the entirety of the grid. Huge spreads throughout the grid between the remaining 12 drivers. Points all around for crossing the line, which is good. No one's evening will be ending in 0 points, but obviously some, Vlat and Puggy will be disappointed with their strategy calls, I'm sure. And obviously Vlat's mistake a few laps ago cost him the lead of the race. Can Jones make it through without a mistake this time? He's more cautious. Oh my goodness me! He's done it again. And that hands the win. Probably hands the win to Stubby. Disappointing end of the race. It's all still to play for though. You know, a lot can happen within 5/10. There's an issue. The Alpine of Deck in Sector 1. He's okay. He must have just had a small spin. Oh, and Poor Jones is all over the place. And he's dropped it. He's completely dropped it. And now he can't rejoin. Oh, dear me. He's got time. The Aston Martin's coming. Oh, Jesus. The Aston Martin had to slow down there. Wasn't an ideal re-entry, but he did have to get on with it. And Jones has dropped the ball, which hands the win over to Stubby as long as he can keep it together throughout the next 3 laps of the Grand Prix. Considering he dropped, I believe it was all the way down to P5 or 6 after taking the lead into turn 1 of lap 1. Good to see him back at the top. The Williams driver, all he has to do is bring it home. He's got a 4-second cushion post penalties to Booty in P2. I don't know what's happened to Jones there. Unfortunate for him, he was all over the back of him, on for a race win, and then 2 mistakes, 2 laps running at the same corner, and then loses it in the exit of the chicane at the end of the lap. So unfortunate for him. He's still got some good points. He's got a huge cushion behind him. He could make another mistake and realistically he would keep P5, but he'll be looking to stay in the hunt. Vico's made his way all the way back up to P3 as well. Great recovery drive from him, obviously with the mistakes from Jones, that's helped. And he'll be looking to try and take P2. The podium is on those medium tyres. Although the mediums are coming towards the end of the life, the Alfa Romeo ahead is within 65% tyre degradation. So he will be really struggling in these final 2 laps of this Grand Prix. But let's ride, nevertheless. Oh, I didn't know you could do that. That's cool. You can ride, let's ride, nevertheless, with Vico to see if he does manage to get the move done. Both lacking ERS, I believe. Yep. I think probably every driver is at this point. Yeah, they are. Oh, some aren't. A couple of pitted have obviously made a bit back. Vlad sets the fastest lap of the race, a 1:19.4. It's clear he had the pace to win the race. I don't know about the overall championship of First Division, but I would imagine with 2 wins he's probably up there fighting for the championship, so you know, any points are better than no points. I don't really want this camera angle, to be honest. I'd rather that one, thank you very much. Oh, very wide there from the Alfa Romeo. Booty's opened the door for the DRS. Vico, after what looked like a disastrous strategy call, he's going to end up in P2 here. He's going to have DRS on those medium tyres. Our race leader crosses the line to enter his final lap. Come on, Stubby, all you've got to do is keep it together, son. You'll be getting yourself a win. I'm not sure if... Oh, he picks the inside line. Booty defends, but he picks the inside line anyway. Takes him into turn 1. And Vico picks up P2 once again, back from the depths of the midfield. And he's raced his way all the way back through into P2. Obviously, he's not going to gain on the leader. Back has joined us in chat just in time for the final lap, of course. Good stuff. We'll ride on board with Stubby as he heads around the final few sectors. Only the 3 seconds for him. No, Backer, you just missed out on my connection dropping twice. So we've got 3 streams on the go at the minute, which is not ideal. But only the 1 safety car. A couple of balls have been dropped. But other than that, been pretty consistent. Thankfully no wet weather as Championship had, because that's just a disaster. Anyway, with the 3-second time penalty, that wasn't enough to deny him the win. Stubby comes across the final corner, he moves over to the right, deploys the RS and comes across the line to win the Spanish Grand Prix. Round 6 belongs to the Williams team. Vico crosses in P2 and Booty P3. Great results for both of them. Great returns for Aston Martin, starting in P16. It's a huge drive there, all the way up to P4. Some great points for the Aston Martin team. Jones is going to come across the line in P5. Reuse of Ferrari in P6. 7th for the other Ferrari of Frax. And the previous 2-time winner in Vlad can't convert for the hat-trick. He can only make it for P7. Post penalties, Frax drops down to P8. Licky P9. And then the massive gap to P10 on those soft tyres. Deck comes through the final chicane, through the final corner, has so much ERS left to use as he crosses the line with 60% remaining for P10. Yeah, indeed, the hat-trick for me, the hat-trick of streams, not what you want to, not the kind of hat-trick you want. But what can you do? Shitty internet. So, just gotta get on with it. So that's it then. Good race overall, even though it was choppy for me. I missed a couple of laps. And I missed a few key overtakes towards the start of the race. But good overall drive from Stubby to secure the win, and rightfully so, the Aston Martin team pick up driver of the day through Zabi Jaka. Williams driver steps out onto the podium, joined by Alpine and Alfa Romeo. Celebrations begin then. There's the trophy. Nice. Nice. Oh god, he looks a bit odd. Champagne all over the place. So overall, good race. Next week we will be going to the British Grand Prix around Silverstone, which is a personal favourite of mine. I'm sure a personal favourite of some of the other guys as well. So I've been told it's 3 first podiums for these drivers. Stubby's first, Fico's first, and Booty's first. So congratulations to you guys on that. Little 1-2 reverse there, and a P6 to P3 drive. But I think the plaudits go to Zabi Jaka, who finishes P16 to P4. So thanks a lot to those who were in chat, a few of you guys at the start, and obviously as the connections dropped, you've all probably swapped over to Championship, which I don't blame you for. So that's all from me. I'll probably be back next week if my connection allows. Whether it'll be First Division or Championship, that remains to be seen. But thanks for listening nonetheless. It's been a good one.